In January 2008, Ecademy subject matter experts Thomas and Penny Power had their knowledge productized for global release. The video you're about to watch is the result of that process. To find out how to create your own line of knowledge products for global monetization, or to view videos from other knowledge experts, visit www.productizeyourself.com.
Okay, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever country you're watching us in, whatever time zone you're watching us in. I want to start by just giving you a bit of context when you're networking physically with people, what questions you should ask people. And maybe you want to make some notes on your piece of paper in front of you so you've got some context, so that when I describe your profile to you and how to develop your profile, which I'm going to do first, you know, in the context of these particular questions. So when you go out networking with people and you're in a bar or restaurant, or you're at a breakfast, or you're at a dinner party, but you're in a business networking environment, the first question I like to ask people, and I encourage you to ask people, is what is your expertise? What is your expertise? And the reason I like to ask this question is because people can't answer it. They just can't answer it. They just don't know how to answer the question. It's a difficult question to answer. And I try and encourage people to answer that question in a single word. So if you were all sitting here now and I asked you to just write one word, just write down one word in front of yourself now for your expertise in a single word, what would that word be to describe you? It's not easy to do, is it? And it's a simple question. What is your expertise? Can you give me a one-word answer? Just scribble it down in front of you.
Professionally or personally?
However you would describe your expertise, professionally or personally. Something that combines the whole of you, all of you. So here's the second question. You're still in that restaurant, that breakfast, that lunch, that dinner, wherever you are, that business networking environment. And the second question you ask people is, what's the biggest project you're working on right now? So scribble that question down. What's the biggest project you're working on right now? Now the power of this question is you discover what's top of someone's mind. What's the biggest priority in their lives at the moment? It could be personal, domestic, something at home. It could be professional, business, something at work. But you discover straight away what's the biggest project people are working on right now. Now the project should match the expertise. If it doesn't, something's wrong. Either the project's wrong, they're working on something that's not really their expertise at the moment, or the word they gave you for the expertise is wrong. There's a different form of expertise that they have. So these questions allow you to draw people out. What's your expertise? You've only just met. What's the biggest project you're working on right now? They're easy questions, they're casual questions, they're not threatening questions, they're easy to absorb, they're difficult to answer. But people are intrigued by the question, so they, as Penny said earlier, you're magnetizing yourself and attracting people in to you. So scribble down an answer for that question. What's the biggest project that each of you are working on right now? Obviously right now you're absorbing this, but outside of the context of this room, what's the biggest project you're working on right now? So that gives you expertise, that gives you project. The third and final question I like to ask people when I'm networking in a physical environment, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever environment it might be, is who can I put you in touch with who can help you with that project? Who can I put you in touch with who can help you with that project? Because you see, a lot of people when they go networking, it's about them. And when you go networking, it's about the person you're with. Your whole focus has got to be on the person you are with. Everything is about what they need. Nothing is about what you need. Nothing is about you or your ego. Your whole focus when you're networking is to help the other person. And in so doing, help yourself. So you discover what is someone's expertise, you discover what's the biggest project they're working on right now, and then you find out who you can put them in touch with, who can help them with that project. And then your opportunity is to make that match. to make that connection if you can. And people then have the context of these three questions about you. And as Penny said earlier, network value, your performance in networking, is how much people talk about you when you're not there. What people say about you when you're not there. Not when you're there, when you're not there. And people will remember you for these questions, and they'll remember you for the profile they've read about you online, which we'll go into now, and anything you've published online. Okay, so I wanted to start with how you develop your profile. So I'm clicking on profile here, and the place I wanted to begin was with your photograph. Now, on your desk you can see you've got my business card, if you want to just pick that up, and you can see that the photograph on my business card is the same photograph that's on my profile, and I'm even wearing the same shirt today that's on the business card and on the profile.